Hello ladies and gentlemen, those otherwise inclined, my name is Funday, and welcome back to the Pokemon trading card game live on this Sunday Funday. So this month, if you've been paying attention to pretty much anything Pokemon, they've been running this as the month of the water types. For the trading card game, as you can come here, they've been doing some extra stuff. This is a newer one, but mainly here, as I said, a month of fun in the sun with PalaFUN. This is partly in celebrating the first anniversary of the trading card game live, where they've brought in a bunch of different stuff, so catchphrases, daily quests, shop bundles, which we'll get to, and some extra bonus stuff, so like you've got the Wingull costumes here, the PalaFUN costumes here, some extra stuff there. With the unique bundles, we have these three here, which all cost our credits as opposed to crystals. As for the PalaFUN, here we are, the PalaFUN EX deck that was pretty much handed out to everyone. That was not part of the battle pass, I will point out. To be on, well, there's some extra stuff in there like catchphrase and that. We'll come to that. With the battle pass as well, as you can see here, a couple of extra quests. So they've got some daily quests that'll come in. It's random still if it does or it doesn't, but the quests that match up with with the month of PalaFUN give you an extra 50% based on the general worth of what the quest would have been. So your small quests would normally be 300 points towards your pass meter, now 450. The larger ones usually 500, now 750. So in the case that you get them both like I do, or like I have right now, that automatically gets you up an entire level regardless of how you perform. And realistically, all you need is a large one that you can complete, and that will do the same thing. I'd need to double check how many water type Pokemon I've got in the water deck I'm going to be using though to get that. Otherwise, as per usual, I have grabbed the two decks from this month. This is the Ogerpon deck with the 3 different types of Ogerpon EX, and the Poltergeist and the Sinistra to basically, and the Lumineon to round it out. Whereas with the premium, it is the Dragapult EX deck, which a lot of people have been running, annoyingly. Yeah, it can be a bit of an annoying thing to face. I've been using a variation of the Chen Pao deck to yeah, easy 9. I've been using the variation of the Chen Pao deck to get the battle pass quests done when I can. So we will grab these, the packs involved in this and at the shop, but for a little bit of a change in pace, first time round, we are actually just going to jump straight into a battle and see how we go. If you have noticed, I have also swapped out my torso attire. This was one of the Lunar Year celebratory items, which I just purchased with the coins, which you can do inside your profile. Do I want to go first? Technically, yes, I do. It's not quite the Arcanine deck. The Arcanine deck's built to go second, as a general rule, whereas this isn't necessarily, but that's a better opening. Ah, wonderful, thank you to Mulligan as well. And we're facing a Charizard deck. Good-o. What do we draw? Oh, that works. Interesting. It makes sense. Oh, good. There's a cleanup. In that case, I mean, we will play that first, and we'll just leave the rest of the turn there. And we'll see what we pull, because that'll change how we operate it. Rating green. Huh. This is a lot more variation of a Dragapult deck if it's using Fire and Psychic. Yeah, there we go. Right on schedule. Okay. We'll play that. And then what I'll do is throw that and throw that, because of how this deck is built. Grab my Chin Power EX, throw it on there, and then play Rule the Region. Right now it's all just sort of set up. That's not great. I've got to remember Dracolex. Yeah, Recon Directive. Yeah. It makes sense to go for Arven. Let me guess, you have Charizard in your hand. Oh, no. Are you not operating with rare candies then? Or do you just have them all? Are you unlucky and they've all been stuck in your prize cards? No point in using Wolf Region now. So realistically, what I would want would be another energy. Either another energy or a prime catcher to get Chin Power up front. Okay, that's fine. I don't really use the tools with this deck. That's a bit more of a pain in the ass because of the Phantom Drive. Really? That's an interesting call. Oh, Pete's sake. not drawn well. And the problem is, like, Iono would have been the out and was gone either way. If nothing else, this at least sets up some of that. The annoying part is I've just lost a lot of stuff I could have used. Now, there's an interesting little combo we can use. Apparently not. Huh. I swear that's worked before. So that's weird it hasn't done that. But okay. Go off, I guess. If nothing else... okay. Yeah, that's a problem. And I somewhat question this bloody turn. Because that's where everything came from. Sod it. We're wasting our time. And frankly, so are they. It's not quite the Yu-Gi-Oh! Where you have to sit through this shit if you want to get a mission or get your any progress towards your paths or your missions or whatever, which mechanically is stupid. I think this operates it a lot better. But regardless, that's both the quests done. We could do another battle, I guess. Where are we at? Yeah, let's go one more battle. And we'll go back to the old faithful. The deck's not particularly good if you can't pull out everything you've got for it. And I'm sure there's certain ways to make it fantastic, but I've mainly just got it there to fill out those sorts of quests as opposed to anything else. I mean, that's not a good opening hand. The Bidoof into the Bibarel is lovely, if nothing else. Oh yeah, I'm opening. That's not terrible. I'll let that sit for now. The problem was the way of somewhat making that work well would have involved me losing Prime Catcher immediately, which I do not want to be doing. Ah, this is one of those special energy decks, is it? Chinchinos do more damage the more special energies are attached to them. There we go. You win, and throw you there because that is the next move. Well, regardless of what happens. That's a bit more annoying. Let's see how this plays out. If I can draw in energy, I can basically remove a Chinchino from the field immediately. Though this guy's going to go for that instead. Yeah. It makes sense to do that. Though not the Pokemon I thought he would. Alrighty. Let's start building this up then. Oh, now you show up. What's the ability? Right, so regardless, I actually do need to get rid of that. That's just a ball ache. I can make that work. I can make that work real well, but yeah, right now that's a pain in the ass. That's annoying. Tell you what. You there. That way we get our prize cards. Yeah, that works. It's not the worst thing, especially when your opponent's drawn blanks. Now I want you and you. Because you go there. And because I can remove a rare candy. To grab the 2 energy. And put that there. And that helps just in case. There we go. Oh, another one. Well. Much as I could go for the damage, I would rather hang on to that. I could have thrown in Growlithe instead. Ah, that's annoying. Not the end of the world. It means this pays off. And I can get rid of that. Plus I can throw you in. Then Mela. You go there. And then say goodnight to Iron Thorns. Basically, as long as Lugia VMAX doesn't come out next turn, I can win it. I can win by then. A much more straightforward battle. Mind you, depends on what just got pulled. Haha. Okay, you got 2 turns. Ooh. Ursaluna is basically a ramped up version of Radiant Charizard. The more prize cards I take, the less energy that Blood Moon takes into fire. I could make it interesting. I mean, regardless. Throw you in. Drop you. Drop you. Yep. Thankfully, it's not in the prize cards. I actually should have checked that before. A rare candy. By energy. Now I can only do 240 as well. But that's not the end of the world either. Grab all 3 energies. I can actually round out my energies with the Earthen Vessel. 1 there, One there. And one there. You would just need to attack once anyway. You're the interesting one to pull out. And that starts rounding out my base. So the problem is now would be a good time to have Wordy in. That was sort of the only real problem, was having Wordy as my opener. The only shot... no, not even then. I was going to say the only shot they kind of have is in getting rid of Charizard, but not even then. Yeah. That's the move that makes the most amount of sense right now. Which is why this one comes in. Yeah, so we'll just go straight into the attack. You'd need to be able to do 260 damage in one shot, and you've got nothing that can. There's one particular combo. An interesting move. To pull. What are you searching for? Ah. Yeah, it makes sense. It's not a horrible move. I mean, I can win it with 290. That's the most amount of damage I can do in one shot. Let's just not faff around. Interesting the Blood Moon works that way though. As far as I'm aware... sorry. I was going to say, as far as I'm aware, Combustion Blast would still need an energy to use it. Yep. Lovely little jump up there. Tier 15. So, now that the battles have been done, we can jump over into the card collection. We'll start with the battle pass stuff and then we'll go into the shop. Partly because we're going to be getting a bunch of stuff that I can make into credits regardless. So let us see. 250 coins, 250 crystals, 715 credits for now. Leaf button-up shirt. Another leaf button-up shirt. Dragapult EX. A Tittle Mask Ogapon. Hearthflame Mask Ogapon. A Wellspring Mask Ogapon. And the Cornerstone Mask Ogapon. Already Charizard, already traded in. NTV, that's not a bad design. There's the Arvins, traded for a bunch of credits. Penny, a variation I already got. I'm trying to think when I got it. It was during the rewards for the previous ladder results. That's when I got that one. Mela, which you already know I've got that version of. Counter Catcher. Prime Catcher traded in. Switch Cart traded in. Lost Vacuum. Lance, that's not a bad design for Lance. Ooh, I quite like that design of the Magma Basin. Very special legacy energy, that's another of those ace specs. Huh. Oh, I'll get a better look at it later. Luminous Energy. And now we've got a bunch of packs to unlock. Because of course we do. We have a Ducklip. A Sunken. An Iron Bundle. A Venipede. Tadbulb. And a Munkadori. Staying with the Twilight Masquerade, we have the Poltergeist. Traded in. Slugma. Carmine, Dipplin, Heliolisk, and Iron Leaves. Another Masquerade, when it decides it wants to open. Dreepy to trade in, Clefairy, Conkelda, a Nosepass, an Aaron, and a Greninja EX Terra. Come on. I would like you to open, please. Thank you. For baby. Boomerang Energy. That's something I haven't seen before. Community Center. Glaceon. A Feebas. And a Walking Wave. Slugma. Pinsir. Leafeon. Fiona. I've actually recently just hatched one of these in Pokémon. Teal Mask Ogapon, no EX. And another one, just slightly shinier. Sunken, Dreepy, Revavoom, Handheld Fan. Bug catching set, I've come across a couple of people using these. And Okidogi. Thank you. Another Poltergeist. Perrin. Slurpuff. An Eevee to go with her evolutions. Infernape. And Hisuian Arcanine, which we are definitely getting a bunch of. Chimchar. The King returns. Goldeen. Swanna. Applin. A Nosepass again. And another Iron Leaves. Come on. Thank you. Another Pinsir. Finizen to go with all of the PalaFUNs. Lanazade. Phantump. Torkoal. And another Ogapon EX. Another Sunken. A Whirlipede. Another Lanazade. A Hassel. Poliwag. And another Monkidori. An Epom. Another Revavoom. Another Swanna. A Frostlass. A Farajarath. And another Infernape. Tangler. Tangrowth. Ogre's Mask. It's specifically for the Agapon. Another Aron. Frogadier. And a Zapdos. Corphish. Applin. Actually, I need to check that Corphish design again. That actually looks like it was somewhat out of the anime. A Morpeko. Another Iron Bundle. Another Slurpuff. And a Sinistra EX. Ooh. A Luxio. A Snorunt for the Frostlass. Another Slurpuff. Another Fiona. Another Boomerang Energy. And a Chandelure. Phantump. Torkoal. Conkeldurr again. Chimecho. Fezantipiti. So all of the chain. And an Iron Thorns as seen to effect before. Come on. Would you open, please? Thank you. Grookey. Gerda for the Conkeldurr. Kieran. A Heatran. Milotic. And another Frostlass. Another Tangler. Another Poliwag. Another Carmine. A Hisui and Growlithe to go with the Arcanine. Another Slurpuff. And another Ogapon EX for the Teal Mask. Another Clefairy. Another oh sorry, no, not another Timber, a Timber. An Ariados. A Snorlax. A Hawlucha. And another Frostlass. Another Aron. A Crawdont for the Corphish. Another Boomerang Energy, just keeps coming back around. Another Aron. Another Feebas. And another Arcanine that we knew we were getting more of. Poltergeist of a different kind. Timber. Again, Bellybolt. Another Poltergeist. Froakie to round out the set. And a different Sinistra. Hawlucha. Spinarak for the Ariados. Another Leafeon. Another Flabébé. Glimmet. And another. And there's still at least one more of those coming. Okay, no, it's not. Sorry, the pose made me think of Ash's confused Corphish. Feebas. Sandslash. Another Tangrowth. Kadabra. And Magcargo EX. 5 more packs to go. Come on. Another Heliolisk. Another Grookey. Probopass for the Nosepass. Clefable for the Clefairy. Oh, a lovely design of an Infernape. And, yep. Caretaker support. Oh. Love Ball. Another Glaceon. Florges. Another Ariados. And another Iron Leaves. Another Tadbulb. Corphish. Another Morpeko. Another Chandelure. Skarmory. And another Infernape. I actually don't know if I prefer that design or that special design. Thwacky. Another Bellybolt. a Glaceon. And a different variation of that. Oh, lovely little Chansey there. And an Alakazam. And from Temporal Forces, that's the last pack. Cutie Fly, a Litten, Salvatore, Snom, Groddle, and the Gengar EX. So we've seen this pop up before. This would have also been in the last video if you checked that out. If you didn't, so ability of Ignoring Curse. Whenever your opponent attaches an energy card from their hand to one of their Pokemon, put 2 damage counters on that Pokemon. And Tricky Steps, you may move an energy from your opponent's active Pokemon to one of their bench Pokemon. It's generally used in a damage based deck where the more Pokemon that have damage counters on them, the more damage a particular attack will do. Lovely Groddle. There's your Litten, there's your Snom, your Cutie Fly, your Hisuian and Arcanine. Interesting, it's got an attack with no energy. If your bench Pokemon have any damage counters on them, this does not. That's weirdly powerful. Like, not overwhelmingly powerful, but weirdly powerful. But, not a huge fan of that. Okay. Best pun. That's an interesting combo. Greninja. The Shinobi Blade, you may search your deck for a card and put it in your hand and shuffle your deck. Really? Discard 2 energy from this Pokemon. This attack does 120 damage to 2 of your opponent's Pokemon. Oh, that's right. I have come up against this one before. Somebody tried to be clever with their Mirage Barrage, and it ended up not working because they tried to attack my Terra. And with my Terra wasn't taking any damage from this. Hayucha. Leaflet Blessings. Attach a basic energy, or a basic grass energy card from your hand to one of your bench Pokemon. If you do, heal all damage from that Pokemon. Ooh, that's not bad. Okie dokie. Adreno Power. If this Pokemon has any dark energy attached, it gets 100 HP. Or plus 100, and the attacks it uses deal 100 more damage to your opponent's active Pokemon before. Yep. That's so basically a 2 energy 170 damage with no real drawbacks. It's pretty solid. Heatran, Incandescent Body. If this Pokemon is in the active spot and is damaged by an attack, even if it's knocked out, the attacking Pokemon is now burned. Steel Burst, discard or Steel Energy. This does 50 energy for all energy discarded. Say a bare minimum 150 damage, ignoring, well, regardless of, outside of weakness resistance, I should say. Room Rally Back. If any of your Pokemon are knocked out by damage from an attack during your opponent's last turn, 90 more damage. So basically, retaliate. Flip a coin until you get tails. This attack does 100 damage for each heads. That can steamroll. It can also do absolutely fucking nothing. So yeah, I'm not a huge. I'm never a huge fan of coin flip. Damaging attacks, like reliant on if you don't get your coin flip right, you will do no damage. As for Wiper Barrels in my deck, it's there for the ability, not for the attack. EV Ascension, set your deck for a card that evolves from this Pokemon, put it on this Pokemon to evolve it, then shuffle. Okie dokie. Attach an energy card from your hand to this Pokemon, heal 60 damage. I mean, yeah, with a 5 energy attack, that makes sense. That seems weirdly expensive for it, though. That's not terrible. Boom Boom Groove. Once during your turn, if your active Pokemon has the Festival Lead ability, you may search your card you may search your deck for a card, you can search your card for the deck and put it in your hand, then shuffle your deck. And Funday. Ooh. Actually, yeah, I probably do prefer this design. Pyro Dance. Once during your turn, you may attach a basic fire, basic fighting energy, or one of each from your hand to your Pokemon in any way you like. Discard energy from this Pokemon for Scorching Fire. Chansey. Attach a basic energy card from your hand to one of your Pokemon. Yeah. Different. There's your Festival Lead. If Festival Grounds is in play, this Pokemon may use an attack it has twice. If the first attack knocks out your opponent's active Pokemon, you may attack again after your opponent chooses a new active Pokemon. Ooh. So if you have Festival Grounds in play, that's 200 damage. And where is... Oh, you're not going to bloody load for me now, are you? Is it that one? Nope. Not that one. Not that one. Ah. Just double checking how it paired up. On leaves, put up to 2 Pokemon from your discard pile into your hand. Avenging Edge, if any of your Pokemon knocked out by damage from an attack during your opponent's last turn, this attack does 60 more damage. Thicker Body, 30 less damage immediately, yeah. Bloom Over, this attack does 10 less damage for each damage count on this Pokemon. Oh. I mean, regardless, it'll still do damage, but yeah. Dragapult, as you saw before, that Phantom Dive is overpowered as all hell. Poltergeist, put a basic grass energy card from your discard pile into your hand. So going to the Agapons now, I guess. Teal Dance, once during your turn, you may put a basic grass energy card from your hand to this Pokemon. If you attach energy this way, draw a card. Mood Leaf Shower, this attack does 30 more damage for each energy attached to both active Pokemon. So 120 at an absolute base. Half Flame Oakapon, this does 20 damage for each damage count on this Pokemon. Which, so 400, ignoring any additional health. Dynamite Blaze, if your opponent's active Pokemon is an evolution, this attack doubles and discard all energy from this. Wellspring Sob, during your opponent's next turn, the defending Pokemon can't retreat, or Torrential Pump. You may shuffle 3 energy attached to this Pokemon into your deck. If you do, this attack does 120 damage each, or to one of your opponent's bench Pokemon on top. Cornerstone, prevent all damage from all attacks done to this Pokemon by your opponent's Pokemon that have an ability. That immediately shuts down Dark Charizard deck. Demolish, this attack's damage isn't affected by weakness or resistance or by any effects on your opponent's active Pokemon. It's the Poltergeist again, and this sorry, I haven't checked this in the show. 4 damage counters on your opponent's Pokemon any way you like, which is quite nice. Spell the T, discard up 3 grass energy cards from your Pokemon. This does 70 damage for each card you discarded this way. Essentially EX, Rebrew. Put 2 damage counters on one of your opponent's Pokemon for each basic grass energy in your discard pile, then shuffle those energy cards back into the deck. Basically a redraw, which can be solid. Match a Splash, heal 30 damage from each of your Pokemon. Toolmusk Oakapon. Mountain Stroll, set your deck for up to 2 basic energy cards, reveal them, put them into your hand, then shuffle your deck. Ogre Comeback, this attack does 20 more damage for each of your opponent's bench Pokemon. Makako EX. Your opponent's active Pokemon is now burned. And ground burn, discard the top card of each player's deck. This attack does 140 more damage for each energy card discarded in that way. Insert, discard all energy from this Pokemon. At the end of your opponent's next turn, the defending Pokemon will be knocked out. It'll be interesting to see if retreating does anything about that. Torkoal, 30 less damage, and discard 2 energy. Imcha, okay. And we saw the Infernape before. That is a nice backdrop, I will say. Chandelure, Alluring Light. Once during your turn, you may have each player draw a card. Mind Ruler, yeah, that's why. This attack does 30 damage for each card in your opponent's hand. Festival lead. That's not terrible either. With the potential to discard 2 energy from your opponent's active Pokemon. Corfish. The ever-dazed look of a confused Corfish. Which, in Ash's case, makes it the most lethal thing in his entire arsenal. Quadrant. 2 coins for each head. Discard the top card of your opponent's deck. Card attack. Yep. Big Net. Your opponent's active evolution Pokemon's retreat cost is 1 more, which is nice. And then combos with that. Milotic. Your opponent's Pokemon in play and all attached cards can't be put into their hand. That certainly shuts down Dedundun. Sorry. Yeah, Dedundun Sparse. Actually, no, it doesn't shut down Dedundun Sparse because that goes into the deck, not into the hand. Right. I am doing this quite late. Ooh. That's not bad. Permeating Chill. There's the Fiona. More Folky, Paralyzing. Cut Attack. Oh, the Iron Bundle I should look at. Switch this Pokemon on your bench Pokemon. If you do, switch out your opponent's active Pokemon as well. Walking Wake, Aurora Gain, heal 20 damage. Or put up to 9 damage counters on this Pokemon. This attack does 20 damage to each damage counter you placed in this way. Yeah, started from Zapdos. Or Peko Snack Seek. Once during your turn, you may look at the top card of your deck. You may discard that card. Or attach 2 basic energy cards from your discard pile to your opponent. Sorry, to your Pokemon any way you like. Obviously, we just went over Iron Thorns as well. That can... I wonder if that can chain with... Like, could you use a Metronome, pick Metronome, and then use one of your moves? Yep. Ooh. Strange hacking, that's pretty good. Wonderful Rumble. Yeah, fair enough. You'll always at least do 40 damage because it is a stage 1. Captivating Invitation. Once during your turn, you may flip a coin. If heads, switch in one of your opponent's bench Pokemon to the active, and the new Pokemon is now confused. Slip, flip 2 coins, 90 damage for each heads. If both of them are tails, your active Pokemon is now confused. That's nice. That's at least a... If this ain't gonna do damage, you get a different effect. Monkadori, if this is any dark energy attached, you may move up to 3 damage counters from one of your Pokemon to one of your opponent's Pokemon. And if this Pokemon has any dark energy attached, damage by an attack, flip a coin, prevent all damage if heads. Ooh. Yeah, figured that much. You'll come across a bunch of Funday, generally speaking. Once during your turn, if this Pokemon is in the active spot, you may draw a card. Burning one day, 20 more damage for each bench Pokemon, both yours and your opponent. Oven, Penny, put one of your basic Pokemon all attached cards into your hand. Well, we've seen Counter Catcher. Switch your opponent's bench Pokemon if you've got less prize cards. Saboteur, search your deck for a card that has no abilities and evolves from one of your Pokemon. Put it onto that Pokemon to evolve it. Then shuffle your deck. You can use this card on a Pokemon you put down when you were setting up to play, or on a Pokemon that was put into play this turn. That can be pretty good. On my end, that would be, well, for the Arcanine deck, Arcanine certainly. And I think that's it, actually. Buck hatching set, look at the top 7 cards of your deck. You may reveal up to 2 in any combination of grass Pokemon and basic grass energy. Put them into your hand, shuffle the other cards back into your deck. Caretaker. Draw 2 cards if you drew any cards in this way, and if Community Center is in play, shuffle this Caretaker into your deck instead of discarding it. Carmine, if you go first, you may use this card during your first turn, discard your hand, draw 5 cards. Community Center, once during each player's turn, if they played a supporter card from their hand this turn, they may heal 10 damage from each of their Pokemon. Handheld Fan. If the Pokemon this card is attached to is in the active spot and is damaged by an attack from your opponent's Pokemon, even if this is knocked out, move an energy from the attacking Pokemon to one of your opponent's bench Pokemon. Assault, you can only use this card if any of your active Pokemon knocked out. Look at the top 8 cards of your deck, put 3 of them into your hand, shuffle the other cards back into your deck. Kieran, choose one. Switch your active Pokemon with one of your active... Switch your active Pokemon with one of your bench Pokemon. During this turn, attacks used by your Pokemon do 30 more damage to your opponent's active EX and V. Lonazid. Put up to 3 in any combination of Pokemon that don't have a rule box and basic energy cards from your discard pile into your hand. Sorry, more yawning. Love Ball. Set your deck for a Pokemon with the same name as one of your opponent's Pokemon in play, reveal it and put it into your hand, then shuffle your deck. So I guess if you realise people are playing a bunch of stuff the same, then that works. Ogre's Mask, choose a Pokemon EX in your discard pile that has Ogerpon in its name, switch it with one of your Pokemon EX in play that has Ogerpon in its name. Any attached cards, damage counters, special conditions, turns in play, any other effects remain on the new Pokemon. Heron, reveal up to 2 Pokemon in your hand and put them into your deck. If you do set your deck for up to that many Pokemon, reveal them and put them into your hand, then shuffle your deck. Lost Vacuum, you'll come across Lance. 3 Dragon types, reveal them, put them into your hand, shuffle your deck. Based you semi-use, Boomerang Energy. As long as this card is attached to a Pokemon, it provides normal energy. If this card is discarded by an effect of an attack used by the Pokemon this card is attached to, attach this card from your discard pile to that Pokemon after attacking. Fair enough. Legacy Energy. As long as this card is attached to a Pokemon, it provides every type of energy, but only one at a time. At a time. That was a hiccup that time. What the hell? If the Pokemon this card is attached to is knocked out by damage from an attack from your opponent's Pokemon, that player takes one for your prize card. It can't be applied more than once per game. Oh. Well, immediately that limits knocking out and, well, anything with the rule box. If you put that onto a general, so for argument's sake, if I put that onto my Radiant Charizard, would that mean that if they knocked out Radiant Charizard, 0 price cards for doing so? I would imagine so, because of how it's worded. Luminous Energy, 1 energy, but all types. If this has any other special energy attached, it only does normal energy. And we are into the... Are we into the trade-ins now? I would imagine I am now, because we've gone back to Pokemon, yeah. There we go, there we go, there we go. And we're not done yet, because now we jump into the shop for the bundles. At the very least, there's a bit more normal cards to pull in here. So we get a Wigglytuff, a Drifloon, a Jigglypuff for the Wigglytuff, a Litwick, ooh, Alcremie VMAX, Gigantamax, yeah, Quillfish, and Celebrations Booster Packs. Cosmorium, Reshiram, Imposter Professor Oak, and a Professor's Research, with Oak signing the card. Zekrom, Wovotel, a Kyogre, and another Professor's Research. Come on. Another Kyogre, another Cosmorium, another Zekrom, and a Zacian V. Balloon Therapy, oh yeah, Therapeutic Energy. This is the one I particularly want to look at. For each of your bench Pokemon, set your deck for Psychic Energy and attach it to that Pokemon. Oh. Discard any amount of energy from your Pokemon. This attack to 60. Jesus. That's a combo. Zekrom. Yeah, makes sense to partner with Reshiram. Oh yeah, I should look at that. Roll the sword. Once during your turn, you may set your deck for Psychic Energy, attach it to one of your Pokemon, shuffle your deck. If you use this ability, end your turn. And Storm Slash, this does 30 more damage for each Psychic Energy attached to this Pokemon. Discard up to 3 special energy from your opponent's Pokemon. That's not terrible, because more people... Or there are some dedicated decks for that. That is also a really nice effect. Reshiram obviously combos with Zekrom. Aqua Storm. Discard the top 5 cards of your deck, then choose 2 of your opponent's bench Pokemon. This attack does 50 damage for each energy card discarded this way. Signature, and Imposter Professor Oak. Your opponent shuffles. Interesting. I'm guessing that is legal to play. Okay, you can buy multiples of them. I did wonder. Or at least it's using stuff that I otherwise wouldn't use. We'll go here, say Sprigatito. Sorry, Sprigatito, not Spiriga. Reversal Energy, traded in. Jet Energy, traded in. Iskew. Nacli. And Gyarados. Then we have a Cryogonal. An Umbreon. A Lunatone. A Togedemaru, Palday and Clodsire, and a PalaFUN. When the 151, on, Magikarp, and Machop, Dugong, Kingler, Charmeleon, and Vaporeon. Going through our evolutions pretty down quickly. For Paradox Swift, we have the Onix, Tinkertuff, Screamtail, Flamigo, Slitherwing, and a Polygon Z. Palday and Fates, a Mastiff, Execute, Swoobat, Maractus, Netball, and another Professor's Research, the Masquerade, a Heliolisk, Poliwrath, another Iron Bundle, different Driplin, an Enhanced Hammer, and another Monkidori. And from Temple Forces, a Raichu, Pidgeana, a Latias, a Golett, a Breloom, and Dunsparce. I do want to have a look at this Charmeleon, because this might go into my deck. The Knuckly Standard. If more prize cards remaining than your opponent does 100 more damage, yep. Frigid Block. Fair enough. Magikarp. Understandable for Pitchback Blade. That's not terrible. The new moon. Yeah. Big Turf. Screamtail. Onix. The Dunsparce. I'm trying to think of any other good ones in here. That's an interesting move. Enhanced Hammer, discard a special energy from one of your opponent's Pokemon. And we're into the trade-ins. Well, I guess we might as well. A Quaxley, Gothita, Quaxel, Grafaiai, sorry, Copperaja, I shouldn't have skipped past. Oh, sorry, Copperaja EX, Abomasnow, Palday and Clodsire EX, Noivern EX, and a Chin Power EX. Come on, there we go. Palpitoad, a Fungus, Bronzong, Armorage, Entei, Toxtricity, Pidgeot EX, Vespiquen EX, and another Pidgeot EX. From the Paradox Swift, we have an Elekid, Wiglet, Cyclizar, Walktrio, Deoxys, Lukix, Toxtricity EX, Mousehold EX, and a Countercatcher. From the Temple Forces, we have a Dealing, a Grubbin, a Colossal, Eri, Whimsicott to trade in, a Ghastly, Torterra EX, a Raging Bolt EX, and a Gouging Fire EX. And for the Twilight Masquerade, we have Poliwhirl, an Applin, Kieran again, another Glaceon, another Greninja EX, lovely looking Chimecho, lovely looking Caretaker, Dracopult EX, and another Heartflame Mascarpone. Mascarpone? It is not Mascarpone. Ooh, can't heal. Nice. Yeah, Grafire, yeah. The Operator EX, 30 less damage, 30 damage to your bench Pokemon. Yep. And that combos up with a different Pokemon, which during your opponent's checkup, the active Pokemon gets 6 damage tokens put on them instead of just the 1. Noivern EX. During your opponent's next turn, prevent all damage done to this Pokemon by attacks from basic Pokemon. During your opponent's next turn, they can't put and play any special energy or stating cards from their hand. We've seen Jin Pao. Vesperqueen. Deal 60 damage from one of your Pokemon. Phantom Queen. Put 3 damage counters on each of your opponent's bench Pokemon that have any damage counters on it. You'll come across a bunch of Pidgeotto EXs, so I won't go over that. Yep. Much like the Patron from before. Yep, Toxicity EX. Discard 3 electric energy from your Pokemon. Discard the top card of your opponent's deck. If this Pokemon is in the active spot and is damaged by an attack from your opponent's Pokemon, put 3 damage counters on the attacking Pokemon for each of your Tentamouse, Mousehold, and Mousehold EX in play. Basically, defensive beat up. Suddenly select when you play this Pokemon from your hand to evolve one of your Pokemon during your turn. You may search your deck for up to 3 Pokemon tool cards, reveal them, put them into your hand, then shuffle your deck. Torterra EX. This attack does 30 damage for each of your grass Pokemon in play, so max of 180. And heal 50 damage from this Pokemon. For Jungle Hammer. You may discard any amount of basic energy from your Pokemon. This does 70 damage for each card you discarded this way. A slightly ramped up variation of Chin Pals. We've seen that. We've seen that. That is a lovely, lovely look for Pokemon Arceus, or Legends Arceus. I'd say that's specifically referencing the quest as well. Applin. Obviously seen you. Seen you. Your opponent reveals their hand, you discard up to 2 item cards you find there. Thank you, and send the Caretaker. And that's the trade-ins. And having gone through all that, that'll be it for today's video. Hopefully you've all liked it, and obviously you can come in and take care of all of this sort of stuff for yourself. You can find out what cards you get. But yeah, until next time guys, I've been Funday, feel free to like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you all next time. Bye guys.